first thing I want to start off with is we all know there's the Warner Brother Discovery merger that happened a while back. We've talked about it a few times. Apparently, before that happened, AEW was greenlit to have another show. Looks like it was to take the place of Cody Rhodes' Road to the Top show. So I've heard different things about how it was either going to be like following the wrestlers backstage type thing, or it's going to be following them backstage, but it's kind of like sort of scripted. So it's like adding to the storylines without the actual wrestling, building to big pay-per-views. And I've heard it was also going to be a potential like Darby Allin thing. Darby Allin, I'm sure I've talked about it on podcasts. He's always with Sting. He's running around. He's like a musician / director / wrestler / stunt man, and skateboarder. So it's like he does everything.
Okay. He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, he literally can do anything. So it's like they're going to follow him and do stuff. Yeah.
Oh God.
But so I've heard that there is going to be that as well. So I don't know if that's going to happen, especially now with the merger. So this was because it's all TNT and Warner Brothers owns TNT and all that stuff. I guess Warner Brothers Discovery owns TNT and TBS and all those things now. So we'll see if that's still going to be the case or not, if this still exists. But at one point it was greenlit, and AEW seems to be doing okay in terms of getting people's attention, so hopefully they stick with it and we get something good out of it. We'll see. Man, just pulling a drink over his shoulder.
Your shit came out of nowhere. Oh my God.
I was hoping y'all would have noticed, but I guess it is
How are we not going to notice that?
You did
How
this,
are you not
bro.
going to? It's a bright-ass big orange cup you just pulled out from behind you, from nowhere.
It's like you put your hand in a portal and just like pulled out a drink.
Please, anybody who's not watching the video version of this, go onto our YouTube, Los Wise Guys on YouTube, and just look up this video. As soon as I start the wrestling news, you're going to see Danny just pull out just a random orange cup from nowhere.
In honor of Doctor Strange that just came out.
Yeah.
All right. So there's that. Another thing I want to mention real quick is some WWE stuff. Guess what? WWE released some wrestlers. So,
ooh, that's not even news at this point. Like, come on,
Yes.
That's not even like
They're about to fire the janitors too now.
all right. So I'm gonna run through who it was: Dakota Kai, Malcolm Bivens, Dexter Lumis, Harlan, Persia Parada, Sanjana George. Sanjana or Santana? Draco Anthony, Mila Milani, Raylan Devine, Paige Proinzavali, and Dexter Lumis, which is on this list twice. So,
honestly, those all sounded like fake names.
Mm-hmm.
And if we played that like wrestling game like you did in Japanese, is this? I would have got most of those wrong.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those sounded like really, really fake names.
Yeah, it failed that kayfabe corner.
Yeah.
So these guys got released. These are all like Performance Center / NXT people. Some of which have been in NXT for a while, and it almost feels like they got the last of Triple H's wrestlers. It's like, I think we're at a point where there is no more Triple H influence at all left in NXT. It's like, I think it's all gone now. I think this is all the Vince McMahon version of it. So it's sad to see them go. As always, hopefully they're off to do other things. And
do you think that's the goal, just to get rid of the Triple H people, or they just letting go everybody?
No, it seems, well, in terms of this with the NXT stuff, they're releasing all the, I don't want to sound insulting, but they're releasing the wrestlers so that they could hire non-wrestlers who do other sports to become wrestlers.
Like the guest stars?
No, like, here's a person who played football throughout his entire college career but couldn't make it to the NFL. He's going to be a wrestler instead of the wrestlers. So it's like they're going to do stuff like that. Sometimes it works out great. Kurt Angle wasn't a pro wrestler. He was like the real amateur wrestler, and he ended up being one of the greatest ever. The Rock was a college football player that he went to Canada, didn't do well there or anything, started wrestling, and look at The Rock. You know what I'm saying? So it works out, but, you know.
Yeah, but it's like a diamond in a rough type of deal where it's like 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000.
Exactly. Like Dakota Kai she was one of my favorite NXT wrestlers for like a long time, and character-wise, she's developed so much over the years. Seeing her go sucks because she was like gonna be something big if they actually gave her a chance in WWE. So hopefully she's a big deal somewhere else.
AEW.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. AEW is starting to get to a point where like I'm feeling bad for Tony Khan's wallet. Like, bro, stop hiring people. Like, calm down. Like, he hires people just as much as WWE releases people.
Yeah. I think he's trying to fucking kill WWE at this point.
I don't think that's possible.
It might not be, but
it's definitely not possible.
Try to eliminate the competition.
No, I hope not. I want all these companies to stay around. All right, so another thing I want to mention real quick. Last week I said that there was rumors of the name of the new AEW video game, and it was true. It's officially called AEW Fight Forever. Nice. But WWE has some video game news as well. They are apparently working on a new role-playing video game, an RPG. Now, I'm sorry, a new role-playing game. So I don't know if it's a video game. Yes, we don't know. It's just all we know is that it's an RPG. So that could be a video game RPG where think of like The Witcher, think of Dragon Age, stuff like that. It could be a regular RPG, think of Dungeons and Dragons, like a tabletop. It could be a mobile phone RPG. It could be a number of things. All they stated was that it is a role-playing game. So we don't know what that's going to mean.
It's a strategy card game.
But it's a role-playing game where you're going to take control of a specific character and work out all their stats. That's all we know. We don't know what type of thing it's going to be, but we'll see if that ends up actually happening or not. So there's that, and I want to mention some Mexican wrestling news. I don't get to talk much about them, so I'm excited. Recently, there was a Triple Mania show. Triple Mania is the big wrestling show for AAA, Lucha Libre in Mexico. This year in particular, they are doing 3 different Triple Manias throughout the year. So the first one occurred. It was a good show. A lot of stuff happened. I don't want to get too much into it. But one thing I do want to mention is that they came up with this concept. I think it's new for luchas de apuestas type of match. That means like a match where you kind of gamble something. Usually in Mexican wrestling, that means you could have like a mask versus mask. Loser has to unmask himself or gets unmasked by the winner. Or sometimes it's the hair, where it could be mask versus hair, hair versus hair, stuff like that. So they came up with this concept called La Ruleta de la Muerte.
Shit, someone's dying.
Russian
death roulette?
The death roulette. Or roulette.
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
So the way this works is there's a tournament with a bunch of different masked wrestlers. Every person who loses advances to the next round. At the finals, you have the last 2 wrestlers who have been losing this entire time. Loser has to unmask himself. So it's a pretty interesting concept. I've never seen that before.
Isn't that like a great dishonor, too, to a wrestler?
Yes. It's a Mexican wrestler specifically. Yes. So it's like the whole idea of doing this is really, really cool. It's very interesting. They have some pretty big names in there. You have Blue Demon Jr., who's a legend. You have, I believe Penta is in it. Penta es Cero Miedo.
I have a better idea for them.
What's up?
After the winner of those 2 losers, right, has to fight Luchasaurus.
I mean, they probably beat Luchasaurus, to be honest. I think most of these people would beat Luchasaurus.
I was just trying to make it short because he's a joke because he's huge and they're short.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and it's just like, is it going to be funny? It's like
I would love for him. to take off his mask and he's still just a dinosaur.
Yeah, that would be funny. Oh God.
But
he just has the dinosaur painting on.
Yeah, I mean he already does paint part of it. Anyway. So that's Triple Mania. That was the first part. The next one's coming up, and one of the matches I want to talk about real quick is you're going to have Dragon Lee and Jalisco going up against the Hardys. I don't know if the Hardys have ever had a match in Mexico, but looking forward to it. I think it's going to be
This is
Tijuana.
Jeff and Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they've been together for a bit now. Yeah. But
no, I thought it was like a different Hardys, but I just want to make sure it's the Hardys.
If there's somebody in wrestling calling themselves the Hardys, they need to stop right now. All right. There is only Matt and
you
Jeff.
never know, because you said in Mexico, so I thought maybe it's like a different Hardys.
No.
Unless the Hardys had kids.
Yeah, I mean they do, but they're very young. They are being like I think groomed to become wrestlers from what I've seen,
man.
Especially Matt's kids.
I feel like only they can like uphold the Hardy name.
Yeah, exactly. Like no one else is allowed. All right, so there's that. That's AAA. Now, last time, Eslam, I think you were on here. I talked about how there was the announcement of the AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling joint pay-per-view, The Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah.
So that's happening. All the pre-sale tickets have already sold out. So,
of course they have.
So this is happening.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's happening June 26th. Apparently, the tickets were gone in less than 40 minutes, and that's, I mean, it's pretty damn impressive. And also, while the tickets sold out, apparently there were well over 20,000 fans still in the queue, waiting to get their tickets.
Damn, that's amazing.
So, cannot wait. Cannot
Good
wait
for
that
them.
show.
Fuck yeah.
So there's that, and AEW has another pay-per-view that's happening before that, which has been sold out for some time, and they just announced that it's official. We're going to have, for the AEW World Championship, Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk. Punk is actually competing for the world title. So
yeah.
That's should
great.
be amazing.
Is this the first time since he's joined AEW?
This is the first time he's competing for a title in as many years since he's given up on wrestling. Like when he quit wrestling years ago, this is his first time competing for a title.
That's awesome, man. I hope he gets it. That would be fucking phenomenal.
I don't know. I don't know if I want him to win it. To be
Why are you
honest
trying
with
to crush my dreams, bro? Why are you like I'm excited and shit? I'm just
No,
like,
I
yeah,
love
hope
the
he gets it.
idea
You're like,
for the match. I don't know if I want him to win it. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the championship.
As soon as you said that, you could just tell from his face. He's like,
yeah, I'm just like, what?
You just
Come on,
jinxed
bro.
it. Never mind. Like,
damn, can't the man hasn't had a title in forever? Can't the man get a title?
He's a legend
for a night.
All right, think of it this way: most people don't know any of these wrestlers I just mentioned, right? But majority of people know who CM Punk is, as opposed to Hangman Adam Page. He doesn't need the title. Hangman Adam Page, he is the champion.
Yeah, but it's not about need the title. Does he want the title, Dan?
Who doesn't want the
title?
Does
CM Punk want the title?
Eslam, I want the title. Give me a shot at Hangman.
So if CM,
I need it more than Hangman does.
He should get the fucking title. Like, I understand what you're saying. He's a legend. He doesn't need it to like bring himself into the forefront of wrestling, like lore or just like popularity. But at the same time, it's just like that's cool and all. But it's just like, also these belts aren't like boxing belts or like sports championships, right? Because since these things are scripted, they're not as important, and that's where you make a lot of sense. He doesn't really need it, but at the same time, it's just like so give him the fucking title.
The only thing is, it's more about whoever they really want to put whoever Tony Khan really wants to back. He's like, you're now the face of the company. That's the way the belts work.
Yeah.
You're the champion, you're the face of the company. They're depending on you. So it's not like you won it, but it's like you won the respect of the owner. That's the importance of the belt. And the one good thing about CM Punk winning it is it elevates the title even more by putting it on someone like Punk. That's why Jericho was the first ever champion. So there's that. And then last but not least, I need to talk about a New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view that just recently finished. This is, I believe, their last pay-per-view before Forbidden Door, and there was a lot that was going down. It was one hell of a pay-per-view, and it was called Wrestling Dontaku.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that one more
that's
time.
Why I paused.
Did you say Wrestling Don't Taco?
Dong Taco.
Dong Taco? So I'm going to spell it out for you. Ready? DONTAKU, all one word.
Wait, can I get teleportation powers if I eat one of these dong tacos?
It's not a dong taco.
Yeah, you have to eat 10 in 2 minutes. Just down them. You get it for sure.
Oh, I'm gonna be like,
It's gonna be like that one dude that just dunks the hot dogs wet
in the water. Yeah.
To all fans,
you just swallow down the dong and then eat the tortilla like separate.
To all LWG fans watching and listening to this podcast, do you see why I saved this one for last? Do you see why I specifically saved Wrestling Dontaku for my last wrestling news story? I knew this was going to happen.
I'm sorry. Could you say it one more time? Because I keep hearing dong taco.
Wrestling Dontaku.
Can you spell it? Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Wrestling Dontaku was a great pay-per-view.
Okay. Can you spell it now?
DONTAKU.
Okay, Dontaku. Okay.
We good?
Cool.
We good?
Yeah, we're good. I think I got it out of my system.
All right, now I'm just going to say a bunch of Japanese names. So
here we go. Let's do it.
I'm just going to go through results, and I'm going to talk about important ones. So Suzuki-gun, Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. defeated... Oh, and Taka Michinoku, can't forget him. Defeated Los Ingobernables de Japón, being Shingo Takagi and Bushi. and Shido Koshinaka in the opener. We had Hiromu Takahashi defeated Yo. Tonga Loa defeated Yujiro Takahashi. 6 or 9, which is Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato, defeated the other people of Suzuki-gun, being Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Dookie, to retain IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I said Dookie.
That's a run-on sentence.
He did not defeat Dookie, son. He did not. I heard Dookie was defeated and I was heartbroken.
Dude, he didn't even take a breath during that shit. Like, how is this even possible?
Yeah. Also, we had Bullet Club's Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens defeated the United Empire's Great Okan and Jeff Cobb and Bishamon, Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi to win the IWGP Tag Team Heavyweight Championships. Tama Tonga defeated Evil to win the Never Openweight Championship. Taiji Ishimori defeated El Desperado to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Tomohiro Ishii, the Stone Pitbull, to win the vacant IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. But after that was over, a big deal happened. Juice Robinson showed up and revealed he is now part of the Bullet Club.
I'm sorry. After all these Japanese names, we got Juice Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
After the Tongas, the Loas, the Evils, the Yoshis and the Yashis. There's a Juice.
Yeah. Juice Robinson. He's been gone for a while. People thought that he was gonna.
Sounds
he was
like a baseball player.
They thought he was done with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Thought he was finished. He's not doing anything. The man shows up. He was masked. I believe it was Chase Owens came out originally and was like, "Who's this with Chase with the mask?" Takes it off. Juice Robinson attacks. Hiroshi Tanahashi. He's like, "I want this. I want this belt back. I want the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. I need this." So there was that, and then we had the main event. Two of the greatest wrestlers in the world have been for many years now, Kazuchika Okada versus Tetsuya Naito. Okada defeated Naito to retain the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. As always, it was a banger. These two guys always have amazing matches. And after it was over, out comes a returning Jay White, the leader of the Bullet Club, to attack Okada and challenge once again for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Is he affiliated with Michael Jay White?
No. This man's Australian. Or New Zealand. I'm sorry. Correction. He's from New Zealand.
They're cousins.
But yeah, and Jay White being one of the people to help promote the Forbidden Door, I could almost see them wanting to put the title on him because of the American fan base. They're more familiar with the Jay White as opposed to an Okada, I believe. So, one hell of a pay-per-view. A lot of titles changed hands here, and it was great. I mean, the Juice Robinson turning heel, becoming a member of the Bullet Club, it's amazing. We also had the return of Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, other Bullet Club members. Just a banger of a pay-per-view. Can't wait to see Forbidden Door. That's my wrestling news.
Dang, son.
Actually,
dude, I'm tired from that shit.
One last thing. Did you want to retract that Jimmy Uso story?
I did. Thank you for saying that. So much has happened. So last week,
just so we don't slander his name, because he is a legend.
Absolutely. So last week on the podcast, we talked about Jimmy Uso with the DUI. It was brought up in a news story. And even as we were talking about it, we were just like, man, it happened again? I thought the same exact thing happened last time. So what had happened was video of his DUI had surfaced online. And we saw that, and we assumed that was happening again. But it was just video of what had occurred in July, I believe it was. So it did not happen again, obviously, sorry to any fans of Jimmy Uso and Jimmy Uso himself. But, yeah, very happy to know it didn't happen again.
Yeah.
Because you saw how upset I was last week thinking it could happen. So it sucks that, he did have to go through it. But, I mean, hey, he paid his dues, and, hey, it still hasn't done it again. So hopefully he did learn his lesson back then. And once again, sorry we brought it up. We misread the news, and, yeah. Go Jimmy Uso. Still tag team champion.
Go Jimmy Uso.
Yep.
And